Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the New England Sports Center. Tonight, the 4-4 Hudson Hawks host the 5-1 Knights of St. Paul of Worcester. This is the second meeting between these two teams this year. The first game of the season, these two teams met each other. It was a 4-1 victory for the Hawks. The Hawks are expecting a different St. Paul team tonight. Hawks are 4-1 in league play. Good enough for first place in the Russell Conference, just ahead of St. Paul. 3-1 in league play. Northbridge, the Hawks defeated at the DCU Center in Worcester, are in third at 3-1. Blackstone Valley Beavers are 3-2. The Assabet Valley Aztecs 1-4, and the Worcester Wildcats 0-5. And that rounds out the Russell Conference. Starting units are set to be introduced. St. Paul will be introduced first. Dave Rambler, your public address system tonight. St. Paul Knights are coached by Jay Monfrida and the assistant coach Nick Cruz and Scott Wadden. St. Paul introduced first. Colin Cruz, the starting center. Evan Wadden on the wing. And the right wing, Aiden Boyce. On defense, Cameron Swank. And Leighton Riendo, his partner across the blue line. And the goalie, number 1, is Chris Palermo. And now the starting lineup for your Hudson Hawks. At center, number 5 is Joe Lozaritis. 6, Devin Morton and Owen Nanadowicz across the blue line. Number 13 is Christian Stevens. Number 5, Joe Lozaritis. And number 24 is Toby Eady. And number 33, Brandon Garcia, gets a start in goal tonight for the Hawks. And now we'll pause for the playing of our national anthem. Is just about set to go from the New England Sports Center. The 4-4 Hudson Hawks host the 5-1 Knights of St. Paul. This is the second meeting between these two teams this year. Hudson sporting some fancy new jerseys, camouflage home jerseys, camouflage socks with the white and red stripe around the sock and around the waist. And we're set to go. Opening draw. Skated away by the Knights, rejected by Nenadowicz. Cruz sends it to the far side. And quick shot in. Garcia's going to hold on. It was Cameron Swank. Carried to the blue line, put that one on net. And Garcia held on with the catching glove. Face off to the left of Garcia, won by Palermo. Cruz, rather. Morton switches to the other side. Stevens up off the glass. Kept in by Swank on the far point. Now Cruz centers the pass. Saved by Garcia. Evan Wadden with the shot. Now Riendo gets it ahead for Wadden. Chips it into the Hudson zone. Cross-ice pass is behind. Chamberlain kept in the zone. And skated away by Devin Morton. Wholesale changes for the Hawks. It'll be Souza. He'll be between Chamberlain and O'Sullivan. Now a break for Coleman. Coleman centering pass behind the intended target. Looked like Colin Patrick. Now Daly up off the wall. Patrick knocked out. Now Patrick into the zone. Shot goes high off the glass. O'Sullivan. Picked up behind the net by O'Malley. Gets it up the wall. And Chamberlain's going to chase his own dump in. Goes into the corner against Curtis Patrick. And Patrick sends it behind the net. Sullivan behind the net puts on the brakes and loses the handle. Tried to reverse direction. Nico Martinez up the wall. Clears the zone for St. Paul. And O'Malley fires it back in off of the end wall. Nico Martinez there to pick it up. Now into the zone. Joyce with the shot. Garcia with the save. Up into the safety netting. Just underway from the Sports Center. 12:27 left to go first period. It's going to be Cruz on the draw against Lozeritis. And shot off the faceoff by Aiden Boyce up over the crossbar. Come around near side. Wadden high slot. Shoots well wide. Kept in on the far point. Rebound is loose. Now Wadden throws it behind the goal line. Now he's back from on the halfway in the circle. Back to Cruz behind the net. Backhand pass out front. It's going to be skated away by Lozeritis. Had Stevens with him, and he was broken up by Riendo. Now Riendo with coming down the slot, couldn't get the tip. And it's the Hawks the other way. It's a race. Cameron Swank. First one to it. Rattles it around towards center ice. Picked up by John Coleman. And Coleman skates through center ice. Sends it in long. Garcia off his glove. Now Resendez forced wide by Martinez. Comes around the near side. Threw it out front. Nobody there. O'Sullivan on the far side. rubbed off the puck. Coleman into the corner, can't clear. Stopped by O'Malley, sent back down low. O'Malley and Lewis on defense. O'Malley centers for Cooper Lucina. Nice move to the right. And saved by Palermo. Picked up by Curtis Patrick. Patrick's going to come out from behind the net. Lozeritis forced back into the neutral zone. Dumps it back in. Martinez deep for St. Paul. Goes to Edie on the wall. If he could have got that one cleanly, he would have had a shot from the top of the circle. Now Wadden into the zone. And his shot deflected off the stick of Owen Nenardowicz up into the netting. 9:49 left to go first period. No score from the Sports Center. Lozeritis on the draw for the Hawks. Wins it from Patrick. Hawks can't clear. Dump back in by Riendo. Edie knocked off the puck by Cruz. And Lozeritis able to clear. Eden Boyce picks it up in the neutral zone. Now it's the near side for Riendo. Carries into the Hudson zone. Forced wide by Nenardowicz. Threw it out toward the front of the net. Saved by Garcia. Shot from the point. Now Wadden chips it ahead for Riendo. Riendo now behind the net. Knocked off the puck by Lozeritis. And Cruz out from behind the net. Puts on the brakes on the half wall. And his pass to Cameron Swank goes back into the neutral zone. Now Patrick forced wide by Morton. And Chamberlain battles Martinez. Martinez goes down, so does Chamberlain. And the clear goes off the shin pads of Jordan Souza all the way back behind the goal. Chamberlain now behind the net. Kicks it back for Souza. Souza feeds it out front. Taken away by Max Baker. Now Patrick out from the corner. O'Malley over to Lewis. Lewis tried to get it up the near side for O'Sullivan. And the Hawks don't clear. Long shot in on Garcia. Sticks it into the corner. Shot from the point. Saved by Garcia. Wadden out of the circle. Cross ice pass. Cruz tried to send it back to the back door. Eden Boyce was over there. Now Riendo, his shot blocked by O'Sullivan. And a shot from the point through traffic for Riendo. Makes its way past Garcia. Number 18, Leighton Riendo with the St. Paul goal at 8:10 of the first period. And it's 1-0 in favor of the Knights. Boyce breaks up the play on the back check. And Nenadowicz goes cross ice for Morton. Morton back to Nenadowicz on the near side. He's going to skate ahead with it. Gains the center line. Dumps it in. Lozeritis on the forecheck. Was picked up by Dustin Daly. And he carries. Broken up at the Hudson blue line. Baker taken into the boards by Nenadowicz. And Morton stapled in by Curtis Patrick. Now Lozeritis taken in by Baker, still in control of the puck, and throws it out towards center ice, picked up by Nico Martinez. And Lozeritis is going to pick up a penalty, probably for interference. And it is Joe Lozeritis for interference. 9:50 of the period. And St. Paul on the power play. Cruz, far side for Swank. Pass across on the far side. Rebound by Cruz, and his shot caught by Garcia. O'Sullivan on the draw defensively for the Hawks against Aiden Boyce. Boyce won it, but he split the defenseman. Now Cruz knocked off the puck by O'Malley. Back at the blue line. And a stop by Garcia. And Cameron Swank carries into the zone, forces the offside. 4:11 left to go first period. 1:01 left on the Lozeritis interference penalty. Off the faceoff, O'Malley high up the boards, all the way down to Chris Palermo. Leaves it for Colin Cruz. Cruz up the far side, gains the red line. Now he's into the zone. He's got Riendo out front. Over on the half wall, Wadden. Across for Swank. Sound like it hit a piece of the post on the way by. Saved by Garcia on the one-timer by Cruz. And there's a scramble in front of the Hudson net. 25 seconds left to go on the Lozeritis penalty. And back to Cruz again. Now Cruz circles around now on the far side. His shot blocker saved by Garcia up into the netting. 2 seconds left on the Lozeritis penalty. 3:12 to go in the first period. Face off to the left of Garcia. And broken up Christian Stevens made the play defensively. Now Stevens taken off his feet, and it'll be a penalty against St. Paul. And the Hawks will go on their first power play of the night. St. Paul penalty on John Coleman for tripping. 12:03 of the period. And the Hawks are going to use a timeout. Bit of a mini vacation coming up. Makes Allie Cassidy quite happy. We won't be back here at the Sports Center for another week. 2 nights off. Have a Wednesday night off and a Saturday night off before the grind starts to get to the end of the season. Hawks here at home for the next 7 in a row. Next up for the Hawks, the Northbridge Rams next Monday night. January 15th. The date on that, 6 o'clock. Time of the puck drop. 2:50 to go first period. And cleared by St. Paul off the faceoff. O'Malley out the far side. Ahead for Souza. Souza drops it for Stevens. Cross ice, Lozeritis puts it on net, looking for the tip from Nenadowicz. Stevens with the wrister from the blue line is blocked, and it's cleared by St. Paul. O'Malley knocked off the puck for the moment behind the goal. Still in the corner with Cruz. And the shot comes around the near side. Lozeritis ahead, he's broken up. Takes a two-hander from Boyce for his troubles. Riendo fires out of the zone. 42 seconds left on the Hudson power play. Minute 36 to go in the period. Lozeritis cross-ice pass off the wall for Stevens. Stevens tried to come back. The pass was behind Lozeritis. And Curtis Patrick sends it back into the Hudson zone. 22 seconds left on the Hudson power play. Now Stevens straight up the ice. Works to his left. Back for O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan ahead for O'Malley, now to O'Sullivan. Centering pass into the skates of Resendez on the back door. And St. Paul at full strength. Last minute to play in the period. And Curtis Patrick makes it 2-0 St. Paul. Curtis Patrick with the St. Paul goal. 14-10 of the period, and it's 2-0 in favor of the St. Paul Knights. Wadden out of the corner. Checked off the puck by Nenadowicz. Left for Cruz. Cruz out of the corner. Now Boyce. Back to the point. Daly down low. Centering pass off the post. Evan Wadden from about 20 feet. Cruz checked off the puck by O'Sullivan. And Nenadowicz with some space takes the long shot as time expired and stopped by Palermo. We're through one here at the Sports Center. It's the St. Paul Knights 2 and the Hudson Hawks nothing. Ready to start the second period. St. Paul on top 2-0. Goals by Leighton Riendo and Curtis Patrick. And the Knights with the 2-0 lead. Swank with the shot saved by Garcia. Cooper Lucina into the corner. Sent in deep by Joyce. Pass out front. Wadden in too close. Garcia with the stop right on the doorstep. Shot from the point by Swank. And Riendo from the far blue line. Now Joyce loses the handle. Puck back to neutral zone. And Edie knocked off the puck by Evan Wadden. Puck cleared down on Palermo. Now across center ice is Cruz. Shot in on Garcia. And Stevens loses the rebound. Shot in on Garcia. Save. 2 saves. Back to the point. Daly tried to clear it in, and Lucina sends it back out to center ice. Now Stevens into the zone on the forehand, off the crossbar, above the glove of Palermo. Now Resendez kicks it ahead. Stevens into the corner on the forecheck and cleared by the Knights. Back to center ice. Lewis sends it into the zone, picked up by Martinez. Now the Hawks keep it in, saved by Palermo. Puck is loose. Shot was in by O'Sullivan. Couple chances here for the Hawks as they trail by 2 early in the second period. Resendez down into the corner. Up the half wall by Daly, doesn't clear. Back to Resendez. His shot deflected up into the netting, and stoppage in play. 11:54 left to go, second period. Stevens with the wrister off the crossbar. Nearly got the Hawks within 1 in the first moments of the period. Face-off won by Curtis Patrick, swung around, picked up by Chamberlain. And his shot blocked by Riendo. And it's St. Paul quickly the other way. Shot in on Garcia and is sticked into the corner. Here's a break. Odd man rush for the Hawks. 3-on-2. Souza sends it down low. Chamberlain sends it back behind the net. Picked up by Colin Cruz. And he swings out the far side. He's across center ice. with the wrister, saved by Garcia. Long rebound picked up by Boyce. Cruz out from the corner, high slot. Takes the shot, deflected in on Garcia, like it went off the stick of Lozeritis. And the intended pass back to Nico Martinez. Off the mark, goes in towards center ice. Chamberlain on the forecheck. And Dustin Daly winds it up the other way, gains the blue line. Kept wide by Nenadowicz, loses the handle behind the net. Picked up by Nenadowicz. Goes cross ice. Doesn't connect with Chamberlain. Now Daly. Tried the stretch pass for Max Baker, and icing is the call. 10 minutes, 11 seconds left in the second period. St. Paul with the 2-0 lead. Face-off will be to the left of Chris Palermo. Going to be O'Sullivan on the draw against Curtis Patrick. Patrick wins it back behind the goal line. Swung out to the near side. Kept in by Lewis. O'Sullivan goes in on the forecheck on Swank. And Swank gets it ahead. Now it's Coleman through center ice. On the forehand, saved by Garcia. Puck still loose, picked up and skated away. O'Sullivan into the corner. Forces his way past Swank. Passes out front. Turnaround shot. Saved by Palermo. Be Stevens on the draw. He sent his Lozeritis to his left and Toby Eady on the right. Nenadowicz ahead for Eady. Now Cruz. Wide on the stick side of Garcia. Martinez sends it ahead. Deflected into the zone by Colin Cruz. And picked up behind the net by Nenadowicz. And come out the far side. And doesn't connect with Toby Eady. Toby Eady now picks up the loose puck at center ice. Sends it down behind Palermo. Is going to give chase. Stevens out of the corner. One-timer from the point. And Nenadowic's shot goes wide. Morton sends it back behind the net. Stevens, backhander out front. And picked up by Patrick. Lozeritis sends it down low. Hawks are going to change. Now Coleman. Broken up by O'Malley. Patrick, pass out front for Coleman. He's broken up. Puck out to center ice. Picked up by Riendo for the Knights. And he's broken up. O'Sullivan. Backhand pass. And O'Malley went up under the crossbar. Shot it high. Some chances here. Souza across for O'Malley. O'Malley takes the shot. Probably should have made a move on that one. Little momentum here for the Hawks. And the puck cleared by Leighton Riendo. Good shift that time by the Hawks. Faceoff's going to be to the right of Garcia. One by Lozeritis on the near side. And Otterwich taking off his feet at the Hudson blue line. Looked like Dustin Daly laying the wood on that one. Nope, that was Evan Wadden. Now Daly out from the corner. Fires back behind Garcia, picked up by Nenadowicz on the near side. Puts on the brakes. Trying to go around the other side. Gets away from Cruz. And carries into the zone. He's broken up, outnumbered. And Lozeritis sends it into the zone, up off the glass the other way by Daly. And fresh off the bench is Coleman. Coleman broken up by Morton. Good chance there for St. Paul. I don't think anybody saw Coleman come off the bench. Pass out front. And Curtis Patrick, his second goal of the night. Curtis Patrick, his second goal of the night, this time at 9:42 of the period, makes it 3-0 in favor of the Knights. Shot in by Souza, fought off by Palermo. Yeah, long shot up off the glass. Boyce picks up the carom, leaves it on the half wall. Tried to go back to the point for Swank. Now O'Malley tried to get Souza in the middle, and he was broken up by Cameron Swank. And Chamberlain backhands it down low. It's not going to be an icing. 4:45 left to go, second period. Here's a chance for O'Sullivan. Switched it over to the backhand. Blocker save by Palermo. Resendez up the wall. Picks it up in the slot. He's on the backhand. Sends it down low behind the net. Swank picks it up. He kept in for the moment at the point. And finally cleared. Now Lewis off the wall for Resendez. Resendez on the backhand, tried to put it up off the boards back to Cooper Lucina, and it was cleared out towards center ice. Fired back in by Lewis. And icing against the Knights, 3:39 left to go, second period. Face-off will be down to the left of Chris Palermo. Just seeing if you're paying attention. Now here's a break for Patrick. Going for the hat trick, save by Garcia. Daly off the end wall, pass out front, off the stick of Stevens. Now Coleman taking off the puck. Souza chases Riendo. Sweep check. Relieves him of the puck. Loose puck picked up by Daly. Now Lozeritis for Lewis. Back to Lozeritis. Shot in by Stevens. And Palermo makes the save. Al Coleman. Shot lifted into the near corner. 2:15 left in the period. Now here's a break. O'Malley giving chase. Palermo is going to get there first. And he gets a little snow shower from O'Malley. Going to be O'Sullivan on the draw for the Hawks. He's got Chamberlain to his left, Resendez to his right. Nenadowicz back. Sends it towards center ice. Straight up the middle, Colin Cruz. And offside. Over on the far side. Looked like Aiden Boyce in ahead of the play. 1:55 to go, second period. Swank into the zone off the draw. His shot blocked by Morton. Resendez in the corner. Chamberlain in there. A little bit late. Cruz skates away with the loose puck. Backhand shot, pad saved by Garcia off the stick of Wadden. Cruz on the forecheck for St. Paul. And the shot from the point fought off by Garcia off the stick of Dustin Daly. Last minute to play in the second period. Aiden Boyce taken in at the corner. Back to the point. Daly sends it across. Shot by Swank is blocked by the Hudson defense. Now Boyce to Patrick. Patrick tried to backhand it out front. And cleared away, glove down by Dustin Daly. Lewis breaks up a potential breakaway as time will expire in the second period. The buzzer sounds. We're through two here at the Sports Center. It's the St. Paul Knights 3 and the Hawks nothing. Third period underway. Curtis Patrick takes a draw for St. Paul against Joe Lozeritis. Off the glass, Souza takes it into the corner. Is taken in by Swank. Pass out front off the stick of Lozeritis. Puck back to center ice. Fired back in by Devin Morton. Lozaritis at the blue line, can't keep it in. And icing will go against the Knights. Two goals by Curtis Patrick and one by Leighton Riendo. The difference tonight so far. And Palermo pitching the shutout in goal for the Knights. Shot by Boyce as he went in on Garcia. And the left pad sent it into the corner. Swank sends it back in on the half wall. Cruz in the corner. His pass out for Wadden. Doesn't connect. And fired back toward the net by Baker. Checked Riendo. Now Stevens follows his own pass down into the corner. Up onto the half wall from Swank. Kept in by O'Sullivan. Nenadowicz near side for Lewis. Lewis ahead for Stevens. Patrick loses the handle. Back to center ice. Daly got it across for Riendo. Riendo quickly the other way. Rejected by the Hawks. Dustin Daly now is going to circle behind his own net. His pass nearly intercepted by Lozaritis. Would have been in alone if he was able to hold on to that one. Now Souza sends it back behind the net. Takes a dull carom, and Patrick got it ahead. Cleared by the Knights. Nenadowicz forced deep by Max Baker. Changes direction. Picks it up on the other side. Tried for Souza at the blue line. Delayed offside. St. Paul resets. Swank up the far side. Now Cruz chips it into the corner behind the net. He goes back with Wadden. Now Cruz out of the corner. Back to the point, into the skates of Riendo. Riendo recovers, gets the puck on net. Stevens ahead for Chamberlain. Chamberlain able to clear the zone. Fired back into the far corner by Riendo. Now Chamberlain away. Odd man rush with O'Sullivan and Nenadowicz. His shot into the skates of Swank back behind the net. Can be picked up by Riendo. Nenadowicz with the one-timer into the midsection of Palermo. And he's going to hold on. 11-12 left to go, third period. St. Paul 3 and the Hawks nothing. Pete Conti and Allie Cassidy on hand from the Sports Center. Hawks playing here at the Sports Center most of the way through the rest of the season. Lozaritis. Pass out front on the back door. Like O'Malley couldn't pot it home. Riendo, blocker save by Garcia. Kept in on the far side by Swank. Picked up by Nenadowicz. Off the glove of Riendo. And O'Malley gives chase. Picks up the loose puck, tried to pass it out front for Souza, and Palermo covers up. Back to the point off the faceoff. Lewis sends it back behind the goal line. Picked up out front by O'Sullivan. Got that pass out front, cleared quickly by St. Paul. Up through everybody, Wadden. And his shot stopped by Garcia. Faceoff will come to his right. Going to be Stevens on the draw against Colin Cruz. Faceoff won by Cruz. Back to the point, Daly. Swings it down into the corner. Rattles all the way around. And Resendez with the move. Daly got enough to knock the puck off his stick. Resendez comes back around near side. Now Cruz. Cruz leaves it for Boyce. Boyce sends it back behind the net. Going to come back around the near side. Boyce back to the point. Daly with the shot. Weak shot. Not much on it. Stick save by Garcia. And Lewis away. Gets the puck to Sullivan. Sullivan has the puck knocked off his stick. It's back to Nenadowicz at center ice. And O'Sullivan lifts it deep into the St. Paul zone. And Boyce comes the other way. Check that. It was Riendo. End-to-end rush got the puck back into Hudson territory. Lozoritis. Broken up by Riendo. Now Coleman. Chipped ahead by Baker. Yeah, penalty behind the play. It's going to be O'Malley for tripping. Timmy O'Malley for tripping at 6:29. St. Paul on the power play. 8:28 left in the period. Cruz centers for Swank. Swank over to the far side. Now Cruz swings behind the net. Back out the other side to the center. One-timer by Swank was blocked off the stick of O'Sullivan, and the puck lifted into the stands. Going to be Lozoritis on the draw against Aiden Boyce. 1:30 left in the St. Paul power play. Cruz at the point. Across for Riendo. Riendo back to Cruz. Down low, one-timer on the back door. Wadden shoots wide. Swank goes near side for Cruz. Cruz wanders towards center ice. Swank again. Pad save and another save by Garcia. And he holds on. 7:23 left to go in the third period. O'Malley, 52 seconds left on his tripping penalty. Patrick wins the draw. Back to Baker. Baker plays it down low for Boyce. Boyce wanders out from behind the goal line. And a deflection. Shot from the corner. Impossible angle. power play goal. Believe it was Curtis Patrick. If it was, it's a hat trick for Patrick. .757, the time of the goal. Al Lewis with the shot, deflected on the way in. Never made it to Palermo. Three-goal night for Curtis Patrick, this time on the power play. Six and a half left in this one. And we got a penalty on St. Paul. It's going to be for cross-checking. Liam Carpenter for cross-check. Come on. Up, check that. It's going to be Charlie Gagan for cross-checking. 8:34, the time of the penalty. Gagan seeing his first minutes of the night. And Lozoritis backhands it off the board, follows it behind the net. Now for Stevens. Stevens angles toward the boards, get away from Coleman. And shot by Souza, bounces in on Palermo. Squared up, makes the save. .5:23 left to go. St. Paul with a 4-0 lead. Hat trick for Curtis Patrick of the Knights. Souza behind the net. Stevens tries to stuff it. O'Malley. Cross for Lozoritis. His shot goes wide. Now Stevens on the forehand. Up into the netting. .453 left to go. Third period. O'Sullivan on the draw. Toby Eady to the point. Morton down low. Cross for Lewis. Eady centers on the back door. And Resendez couldn't come up with the handle. Resendez across the blue line, redirected by O'Sullivan. Just wide behind Palermo. Now Patrick leaves it for Baker, and his shot into the catcher's glove of Garcia, and he holds on. 4:15 left to go. Baker sends it behind the net. Picked up by Nenadowicz. Now Eady. Pad save, Palermo. And the rebound cleared back into the Hudson zone. Nenadowicz centering pass for O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan broken up. And offside. Curtis Patrick in a bit early, 3:34 left on the clock. O'Malley's pass into the skates of Lozeritis. Makes it back to Nenadowicz. Nenadowicz ahead, looking for Lucina. Couldn't get him off the wall. Now O'Malley swings wide and loses the handles. Goes in behind the net with Joe Tremaco. Now Lozeritis for Lucina. Leaves it for Nenadowicz. His shot high off the glass. Lozeritis off the wall. His shot into the midsection of Palermo. Easy save for Chris Palermo when you hit him in the midsection. 2:44 left to go. Stevens on the draw for the Hawks. He's with Resendez and Souza. Al Lewis brings it around the far side. Resendez there for the Hawks. Picked up by Wadden. Wadden makes a move on Stevens. Works toward the center of the ice. Stevens goes up off the wall. Be a penalty. Two minutes remaining. The Hawks will have the power play for the remainder of this one. Evan Wadden with the penalty. Souza. Shot deflected wide. It was Wadden for high sticking at the 13-minute mark of the third period. And the puck cleared by St. Paul. Boyce taken off his feet. Lozeritis across center ice. Pass to Souza. Left it at the blue line for Christian Stevens. And cleared.
Move the puck, 13. Move the puck.
Souza out the far side. 1:11 left to go. O'Malley broken up at center ice. Now Lozeritis carries in for the Hawks on the forehand. And it was coming cross ice for O'Sullivan. Intercepted by Patrick. And Patrick with the move. Right around O'Sullivan. Curtis Patrick, 4 on the night. And it's 5-0 in favor of the Knights. Shorthanded goal for Patrick. He's got one on the power play. He got one on shorthanded as well. And the shot in by Morton. Palermo holds on. Marshall Burkhume, no, number 2, Nico Martinez. Trouble on the clear, and it was sent back in by Lewis. Palermo holds on. 22 and a half left to go in this one. Down to 10. Sent in from the point, and the redirect by Resendez, caught by Palermo. Hawks about to drop 4 in a row here as we start the new year. Quick shot on a face-off by Chamberlain, cleared away. And that's going to do it. Final buzzer. 4 goals tonight by Curtis Patrick of the St. Paul Knights was the difference as the Hawks dropped their 4th in a row here at the Sports Center to the St. Paul Knights. Final score again, 5-0. We're have a few days off. We'll see you next Monday night as the Hawks will take on the Northbridge Rams, and they'll have a week of practice to try and right the ship. For Ali Cassidy, I'm Pete Conti. Final score again from the Sports Center, the St. Paul Knights 5 and the Hawks 0. We'll see you next week as the Hawks take on the Rams of Northbridge.